Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering a Sudoku variant called Ascending Starters Sudoku. So this Sudoku is constructed by Édouard, and I really thank the author for giving me an opportunity to cover a video on our channel. So the author has a YouTube Sudoku channel as well. I'll add the link in the description below, and the name is Sudoku. So a really an excellent channel, and he has actually covered a video on this particular Sudoku as well. So I already got a request from our viewer to cover a video on this Sudoku. So again, I really thank the author for such a wonderful Sudoku and giving me an opportunity to cover a video on our channel. Right. So before going to the Sudoku, I would highly recommend you to please subscribe to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles if you haven't done so. It will really motivate us to cover videos on daily basis. And if at all you have a request for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, do let us know in the comment below and we'll surely make a video on it. And now coming back to this Sudoku. So classic Sudoku rules apply. You need to place digits from 1 to 9 in each row, each column, and 3 into 3 box without repetition, right? And apart from that, you have some digits outside the grid, right? So the digits outside the grid indicate in that particular row or column from that direction. So for 20 from this direction for the row, for this 20 from this direction for the column, right? So if a number is given outside the grid, then from that direction in that particular row or column, the numbers would have to be in the ascending order till a place where you get the exact sum indicated outside, right? So for example, if you have a 22 starting from this cell, there will be a place where you have numbers in the ascending order. So just for example, till 5 cells, and the sum of these 5 cells would have to be 22. It's not that way, right? Like you cannot have this way, right? That you have a sum of these 5 cells is 22, and this cell is also in the ascending order, but you are not counting this cell. So till the cell where you have the ascending and then it started descending for the next cell, till the where you have the ascending, the sum of those cells would have to be 22, right? So for example, if you have sum of these 4 cells is 20, which is in ascending order, and the fifth cell is also in the ascending order, then the sum of these 5 cells will be counted, but not the 4 cells, right? That is what the rule says. And with that we should start solving this Sudoku. So for beginners, I would say that you better try to mark the greater than symbol for you to easily differentiate from which cell or till what cell the number gets increased, right? So actually this Sudoku is in the recent GP contest, Sudoku GP contest. So it will be a really excellent practice for us to for the contest, I would say. So I can say that for the 22 you will have these two at least. For the 20 also you will have these at least. For the 22 you will have these. So for the 20 at least you will have these 3 cells. For the 20 again these 3 cells. For the 22 you will have at least these 3 cells. 20 you will have these 3, these 3, these 3, right? And for the 19 and 22 you will have at least 3 cells, right? I can say that. So I have just marked the greater than symbols here for easily identification, and I can see that this box has quite a few number of greater than symbols. So let's see if we get anything there. You cannot have 9 in any of these cells, so 9 can be in these 4 cells, right? Nothing with that for now. Okay, I can see that 20 and 22, the sum of these cells is 42, which means in between one cell or 2 cells won't be part of the ascending sequence, which can be either a 1 and 2 or a 3, right? Because 20 plus 22 is 42, and the sum of these 9 cells is 45, which means there will be 1 cell or 2 cells which will not be part of the ascending series, and that will either be 1, 2 or 3, right? This cell cannot be 1 or a 2, I think, because 1 is not possible. The ascending sequence is not at all possible. If this is 2, this would have to be 1, and there cannot be 1 anywhere. So which means if this is not 1 and 2, this can either be 3 or you'll have to have a, this will be part of the ascending series for either 20 or 22, which means in any case you cannot have 1 and 2 in one of these 3 cells, which means there will be only one digit that is not part of the ascending series from both the directions, and that has to be 3. So either this can be 3, this can be 3, or this can be 3, right? Okay, that is fine, a good start to the Sudoku, but we don't get anything from that. We know that 3 would have to be in one of these 3 cells, that is for sure, because 1 and 2 is not possible. So either 3 or 1 and 2 will have to be in the middle box, and 1 and 2 is not possible because we have ruled out 1 and 2 from this cell. So both these cells cannot be 1 and 2 because they would have to be in the consecutive cells, adjacent cells. So this box would have to have a 3 now. This cannot be 1, cannot be 2, because if this is 2, both of these would have to be 1. Cannot be 3 because you already have a 3 in one of these 3 cells. Can be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? If it is 8, it would have to be 9. These cells are in the ascending order again, so cannot be 8. If this is 7, this would have to be 8, 9, 8, 9, and this cell cannot be anything, so it cannot be 7 as well. If this is 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, and 7, 8, 8 and 9. Six is possible, right? Okay. If this is 6, for the 20 clues, you can only have 3 cells. You cannot have 4 cells for the ascending, right? Because if this is 6, minimum cell would be 7 and minimum cell would be 8. That already gives you a 21. So only 3 cells will be counted for both the 20. So if this is 6, you need 14 more, which can only be okay, so which can only be the highest here and the highest here. Not possible. 6 is also not possible because if this is 6, the maximum here can be 5, the maximum here can be 9, right? To get the 20 sum. So same way you will have to have here 5 and 9, not possible. Okay. 5 and 9. Okay. So 6 is also not possible. That is quite difficult to see. 6 is also not possible. So 4 and 5 is possible. So we have ruled out something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. If this is a 3, then the sum would have to be 20 within these 3 cells, right? 4, 5 and 9. The only possibility is 4, 5 and 9. One, 2, 3, 7, 8 and 9. Right? So this would have to be 8 and 9, and this again would have to be 3 for the 20 sum. Okay, so 3 is not possible here, which means this again would have to be a greater than symbol here, because 3 can either be this way or this way, here or here, right? Okay, difficult to do that. So it can be 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 8 is not possible here because that would be 9 and you cannot get 20 sum within these 2 cells. The sum would be greater than 20. Even 7 is not possible here. 7 and 8, 15 plus 4 and 1 possible. Okay, that is possible. Nine, 8, 5. if you have a 3 here, this is the maximum ascending, so 9 would have to be, 22 will always have a 9 if there is a 3 cell sum. 8 cannot be here because that would be 9 here and that would be 3 again, so 20 sum is not possible. This would have to be 8, this would have to be 5. 5 and 8 and 9 is 22, so it is 1, 2. 2 is not possible in this box now, in this row. Of course, this would have to be 4, this would have to be something lesser than 4, but 2 would not be possible. 1 and 2 both cannot be possible together in this row. So which means 3 cannot be here as well. So 3 would have to be here. That means again you have ascending order in this way. Sorry, 4 here and 4 here, right? And if this is 8, this is 9. If this is 8, this is 9. What happens here is both of these cells would have to be 1 and 4. Two, 5, 6, 7 possible. Still possible, right? But we got that 3 would have to be in one of these in this cell, so that is done. 8 and 9, you get a 15, that is 1 and 4. Okay, you need to, this is a really difficult start to this Sudoku. So what happens if you have a 5 here? Oh, 5 is not, we could have eliminated that easily, because you know that 3 cell, you have 4 cells sum, minimum if you take 5, 6, 7, that gives you 18, you need to have a 2. Okay, that is possible. 5, 6, 7 is 18, that gives you 2, or 5, 6, 8. So 5 and 6 is there, which means for this 20 sum, three cell is not possible. Again you need to have 4 cells. If you have a 5, you need to have 4 cells. So 7 is not possible, that gives you 8 here. You already have 20, so this also would have to be a 6. That is excellent. If you have a 5 here, to get the 20 sum in row and column, both these cells would have to be 6, because without the 6 the sum would be greater than 20. So which means this would have to be a 4 now. That eliminates 4 from this cell and this cell, not 3, I would say 4. Okay, and if you have a 4 here, at least one more greater than symbol would have to be here to get the 20 sum here actually. So which means this would have to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and you can still have a greater than symbol here, so we are not sure of it. Now if this is a 4, this would have to be, this cannot be a 3, this is 1 and 2, so the other 1 and 2 would have to be here. And if this is 8 and 9, you cannot have 1 and 4, 2 and 3, both the things are ruled out. So this cannot be 8 and 9, these cells cannot be 8 and 9, so these two cells would have to be 8 and 9 pair. That is nice, a very 8 and, oh come on, why did I go to surface, control, okay, so these would have to be 8 and 9 pair. Okay, so you got a 1, 2 pair, you got 3, 4, you got 8, 9 pair, 5, 6 and 7, so this is 5, 6, 6, 7, right? So 6, 7, or 8, 7 and 6, that gives you 21, that is possible. 5, okay, 6 and 5, that gives you 11 plus maximum would be 2, 13, so you can still get 22. So for if you have a 3 here, you need one more at least to have the 20 sum. So which means 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and you can still have more. So 7 and 8 would give you 20, 3 and 2 would give you 20. That is possible. One, 2, 3, 4 is not possible. 5, 6, 7. Oh, too many digits, not required. 7 is not possible. 6 is also not possible because 6, 7 and 9. Yeah, 6 is possible. So for the 20 sum, you have 4 cells. If you have 5 cells, this would have to be 3. Nine, 7, 6 is not possible. That would be 8 here and 22 is gone. 9, 6 and 8 and 5. Okay, no. Come on, we should be missing here something. No, what are we missing here, guys? Seven, 6, 13. You need 9 more. 5, 4. Oh, this cell cannot be part of the 22 sum, because if this is part of the 22 sum, the minimum value, the only value it is for 7 possible, because you cannot have 6, you cannot have anything lesser than 6 in this cell. So it can only be 7, and the only possibility now after having the 7 is 6, 5 and 4. That gives you a 22 sum, right? 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 5 is 18, plus 4 is 22, but you already have a 4 here, which means this cell is not part of the 22 sum. You already have a stop here. And when you have a 22 sum with only 3 cells, the end cell would have to be a 9, right? You need 13 more, so this cannot be 5, this cannot be 6 as well. So if this is 7, this would have to be 6. If this is 8, this would have to be 5. 7, 8, so 6 and 7 is not possible. 8 and 9. So you cannot have 8 and 9 also. If you have 8 here, you would have to have a 9 here and 4 here. It is already greater than 20 sum. So this is 7, this would have to be 8, and this would have to be 1 now. So 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 8 is 20. That gives you 2 here, that gives you 1 here. And 9 cannot be here. Okay, so you already have a 20 sum, and same logic, 20 plus 22 is 42. The between cells can only be 1, 2 or 3, but 1 is already ruled out, so it would have to be 3. So this cell is a 3. This is also a sum for 22 now. It is counted as a sum for 22. So you will have a symbol here this way, that is 9, 6, 5 and 2. That gives you a 1 here, which means if you have a 1 and 2 here, wow, that is awesome. That is excellent, guys. Because if you have a 22 here plus 20, that is 42, and which means the middle cell would have to be 3, either this cell or this cell. Of course this cell is not possible because you cannot fulfill the 22 sum here, so which means this is greater than here. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 minus 22 is 19, so 2 cells cannot have a sum of 19. This will still be a greater than symbol, and the only cell remaining for the 3 would have to be this cell. That's awesome. Okay, so this 7 eliminates 7 from this cell. It eliminates 7 from this cell. You have a 5, 6 pair, so you get a 3, 8 pair here. And 5, 6 would give you a 7 here. Eliminates 7 from this cell. 3, 4, 7. Oh, if you have 7, 8 and 9, that would be 24. So 3 and 4 is only possible here. 8 and 9 would give you 17 plus 3 is 20. So 3 and 4 cannot give you. So 7 is not possible here. This 3 would give you a 4 here already. It would be 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Right? Because if you have an 8 here, oh, 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 7. That means you need 15 more. 5 is not possible. 6 or 9. 7 or 8. So 6 and 7 is also not possible. Okay. Which means this would have to be 5. Six, 7, 8, 7, 8 and 9. You need 15 more. So 8 is also not possible. And here 7 is not possible. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That gives you a 5 here actually. We already got a 5 here. Come on. This is an excellent Sudoku, guys. Awesome. I'm really enjoying it. At every point of time you're getting slow progress but amazing progress. Nowhere it is something like you have to have a trial and errors or something. Excellent construction I would say. This one gives you a 2 here. So you need 15 more. 4, 5 and 6 gives you 15, right? So that is still possible. 4, 5 plus 6 gives you 15. 7, 8 and 9, 1. So that can be 1 and 7, 8 and 9 can be here. Okay. Can this be 9? Let's see for 21 first. 21 in 3 cells is possible. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8 is not possible. 5 is not possible. 7, 8, 9 is not possible. You'll have to have a 4, 8 and 9. 4, 8 and 9 is also not possible. So which means you need to have at least one more cell to increase the ascending sequence. Okay. That is giving us something now. So which means this cannot be, it can only be 1, 2, 3 and 4. This cannot be 2, 3, 4. 7 is not possible. So this is 4 is not possible. 3, 4, 5 is not possible. 6 is not possible. If this is 7, this would have to be 8 or 9. 4, 7. Oh, this one actually eliminates 1 from this cell. So that eliminates 2 from this cell. That eliminates 3 from this cell. And if this is 7, this would have to be 8 or a 9. 7 and 8 gives you 15 here. So you need 6 more. 2 and 4. 7 and 9 gives you 16 here. You need 5 more. 2 and 3. Possible. But can you have greater than more greater than symbol here? If you have 4, you can still have more greater than symbols. 16, right? 7 and 9 is possible. Oh, you need to have one more greater than symbol here, because if you have a stop here, let us assume you have a stop here and only 3 cells are required for the 19 sum. This would have to be 7 and this would have to be 9. The only possible way to complete the 19 sequence. But what happens here is you need 14 more, 7, 15 more, and that is ruled out. You can have only 14, 6 and 8. So because of the 7 and 9, you already have a 6 and 8, and that actually contradicts the 22 sum. So which means you will have one more greater than symbol here to complete the 19 sum, right? 4, 5 and 6, that gives you 15 plus 3 is 18. That means it would have to be 4, 5 and 7. The only possible way to complete the 19 sum using these 4 cells. Because if you have one more greater than symbol, that will be increasing, that will be some more than 19. So that 5 gives you a 4 here. That gives you a 3 and a 2 here. You already have a 14 sum here. And there will be only one digit required to complete the 21 sum. That would have to be a 7 here. That is awesome. That gives you 6 and 9 here. That gives you 7 and 8 here. Wow. This cell would have to be lesser than 7, because if it is greater than 7, the sum would have to be greater than 21. So this is 1, the only possible digit here. That gives you 8 and 9 here. That is 8, that is 9 here. That gives you 3 here and an 8 here. That gives you 3 and 7 here, right? So that is 7 and a 3 here. 2 and 8 here. So this is 8, that is 2. That 8 removes 8 from this cell. 7 and 9 from this cell. So this is 5 and 6. Remove 6 from this cell. You cannot have anything. Okay, 4, 5, 6 is possible, or 5 and 6 would give you. Okay, so 4, 5, 6 is only possible because you cannot have 20 sum within these two cells. So this would have to be 4, 5 and 6. Sorry, that gives you a 1 here. 1, 6 and 9. That removes 1 from this cell. Can you have a 20 sum excluding this 7? The maximum would be 8, 6 and 5. That gives you 19. Wow. Not possible. Which means 2, 3 and 4. 2 is not possible. 3, 4 and 6. The only possible is 3, 4 and 6. That will actually include the 7 in it. Okay. Because 1 and 2 are not possible in the first cells. So including the 7, the only possibility is 3, 4 and 6. That eliminates 6 from this cell. 8 would have to be here using the classic Sudoku rules. So 2 and 5, so this is 5, that is 2, that is 6, that is 5. That gives you 6 here. 13, 14, so that is 8 and 9. 1 and 6 here, so 1 and 6. 4 and 7 in these two cells. This cell would have to be a 1. 5, 6 and 7, so this is 6. 5 and 7, so this is 6. 5 and 7, so this is 5 and 7. This is 3 and 4, so 4 and 3 here. That gives you 7 and a 4 here. 2 and 9, right? 2 and 9 here. Okay, so what are the two digits here? 3 are the two digits here, same. So this cell would have to be a 3. That gives you 2 and 8 here. So this is 2, that is 8. 2 are the digits here, okay. 4, 9 and 5. So this cell is a 4. 5 and 9 here in these two cells. 6, 9 and 7. So this cell is a 7. 6 and 9. So this cell is a 9. That gives you a 6 here. 2 and 9 here. That gives you a 2 here. 1, 5 and 8. So this is 1, 5 and 8. So 5 and 8. 9 and 5. 1 and 9. Wow, hooray, congratulations. That's it, guys. What an excellent Sudoku this was. I must say, not an easy one, but amazing. Not that tough that you have to use the trial and error to complete this Sudoku, but what an amazing construction using just digits 19 to 22. I must say, excellent constructions. I would never forget this Sudoku. This is an unforgettable Sudoku. It would remain in my memory forever. What an excellent construction. Thanks, Edward, for such an excellent construction. I really enjoyed this Sudoku. I hope you enjoyed this Sudoku as well. Please do support us by subscribing to the channel, and please do support us by subscribing to the Patreon page that we have launched, Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles Patreon page. Please do support us. We have been doing hard work for past 2 years. We have more than 650 videos on our channel, and if at all you have any request, we are ready to fulfill that for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and do subscribe to Sudoku Nerd also. I'll add the link in the description below. Excellent Sudoku channel, and please do look at the channel page, right? Thank you.